Your country 1039 KGRD, Rascal Flats, and life is a highway.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And if you haven't had a chance to get down there, definitely check it out. It is very, very nice. Yes, very nice. Well, my friends, our question of the day today has to do with the fact that the Olympics are starting up this Friday. Yeah, the Paris Games are finally going to kick off. And according to a YouGov poll, the Olympics don't seem to have the popularity that they once did. Just 9% of adults polled said that they would be watching every day. 12% said that they would be watching most days. 17% said some days. 12 said a few days, and 30% responded that they won't be watching it at all. Now, and maybe that is true that they don't quite have the luster that they used to have, but there's just all kinds of sports that are within there, so you got to have a favorite. I mean, even if it isn't badminton, right, or archery, or artistic gymnastics, that's going to be interesting right there. But the summer games have, of course, the basketball in there, men's and women's. The beach volleyball, boxing is in there. Diving is actually always fun to watch. But there's all these different sports that are in there, including, by the way, breaking. Yeah, breakdancing is actually an Olympic sport this year. Wrestling, weightlifting, all the stuff that goes along with this, and not to mention all the track and field games that they've got as well. You got to have a favorite, right? Maybe you won't watch everything because that is a lot. I'm not going to watch everything. But there are a few things that I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on. Both the men's and women's basketball teams are looking really good, so I'm going to be watching that. And I will be trying to catch some of the Olympic breaking on there. Got to see how that stacks up. But what about you? If you are going to be watching the Olympics this year, are there any sports or events that you are most interested in there? Yeah, and I will tell you this. If you go to Olympics.com, you can kind of keep up to date with all the things and the medals and the whole thing and the schedule. So I'm just saying, if you are going to watch the Olympics, maybe you're not going to watch everything, but if you are, which sports or events are you most interested in watching? That is our question of the day for today. Go ahead and let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT is the number. That's 575-523-5478. Go ahead and call them in, text them in, and of course, we are live on our social media pages as well, so that you can go ahead and leave your comments on our Facebook and YouTube pages. So let me know your answers for our question of the day today, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. If you are watching the Olympics, which sports or events are you most interested in seeing? Okay, we're all good on there, and there. So, yeah, so what sports are you interested in seeing? Just got that text message in. Let's see. I'll be watching basketball, of course, rugby, and soccer. Yeah, okay, yeah, those are some good parts. Dare I ask, men's or women's basketball? Or both, actually, because I caught some of the women's game on Saturday when they were playing the WNBA team, and let's be honest, both teams are really, really good. If they had an A and B bracket where you can get two teams into there, the women's team would just probably dominate all of that. And the men's team looking really, really good. And I'm going to tell you right there, the men's basketball stuff is very competitive international, because a lot of these international players and the players that are playing on some of those international teams, believe it or not, are all like really top college players, and also some that are in the NBA already. So there's a lot of teammates that'll be going up against each other and a few other things like that for those games. So those are pretty competitive. Let's see. Just got another text message says, I check it out from time to time. I watch the speed skating mainly. That's actually exciting, but don't know if they have them in the summer games. Nope. That would be a Winter Olympics type of sports. However, I was taking a look at the list of sports that they have up here. If you do like the speed skating right there, they do have, what is that? Skateboarding. They've got a skateboarding as part of the Summer Olympics. Surfing is in there as well. And of course, they've got the volleyball, beach volleyball, triathlon, stuff like that. So there's probably got to be a sport or two that you can look forward to checking out. The cycling, actually, I enjoy the cycling, especially the road cycling, and some of those are actually pretty cool. And if you're looking for more exciting cycling stuff, BMX Freestyle is in the Summer Olympics. I am just shocked at how many sports that we've got in there. But yeah, go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day today. If you are going to be watching the Olympics, what sport or events are you most interested in? I'll be honest, Summer Olympics, basketball, volleyball, I'm in there for those. And this year, I really am going to try and see if they're going to broadcast any of the breaking stuff, because I am curious to see what that's going to look like. Is it going as an individual? Are they going as a team? I got to figure all that stuff out. That's going to be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. Speaking of the Olympics, it looks like LeBron James will be the flag bearer for Team USA at the Paris Olympics for the opening ceremony, which is set to take place on Friday. That's the one thing I do love. I do love watching the opening and the closing ceremonies as well. If I don't catch anything, I'm going to be catching those. Let's see. Lady Gaga has been spotted in Paris ahead of the Olympics. She might be showing up there. Delta Airlines canceled over 700 flights on Monday because of the CrowdStrike cyber outage. That is just crazy. I mean, tons. I mean, that's just hundreds of people just stranded wherever they might be, or never even getting to leave the airport to begin with. Had some friends that had that happen to them. Let's see. McDonald's is going to continue their $5 value meal. The offer began on June 25th and will extend at most U.S. locations. Of course, they have other people that are going to have similar deals to attract customers for the rest of the summer. Sarah Jessica Parker launched a new line of handbags called the 7 Essentials. Made in the U.S., not too bad, and range from $395 to $695. I'm not going to even say anything about that. And a new survey by Watch Pro reveals that 73% of grooms would choose a Rolex over a wedding ring. I think that's just a way for them to sell more watches. Could be, right? Well, once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today. The Olympics are getting started. Opening ceremonies are on Friday. And are you going to be watching any of the Olympics? Is there any particular sport or event that you are looking forward to? Let me know your answers by calling them in or texting them in at 575-523-5478. That's 575-523-KGRT. And, of course, just leave your comments down below as well. And, we'll keep an eye on things. Maybe get that medal count going for the Summer Games. Once again, those are starting up in Paris on Friday. I'm looking forward to it.